What's up everybody, it's Bucky and welcome to your next tutorial in electronics and robotics. And as promised, in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you guys how to find the value of a resistor. Now, in case you guys forgot from the last tutorials, each of the resistors I showed you had 4 bands on it, bands of colors. And this is because instead of having the challenge of printing really small numbers on a really small component, the manufacturers found it was easier just to print bands, and each of these bands resemble a value in a certain way. Now, there are usually 4 bands, and this resistor is flipped around, so this is actually the 4th band. But how it usually goes is the first 3 bands show how many ohms that the resistor is capable of resisting, and the last band shows the tolerance. So the first band on this one is brown, the second one is black, the third one is orange, and the 4th band is gold. And let me show you guys what that means right now and how to look at this resistor and see exactly how many ohms it resists. So remember, brown, black, orange, gold, in that order. What you do is when you look at a resistor, you have to find the first band, and that's your first digit in how many ohms it resists. And remember, the first one in this case was brown, so if we look at our chart, it says brown equals 1, so let's go ahead and write a 1. Next, our next band was black. See, brown, black. So if you look up here, black equals 0, so let's go ahead and write a 0. And those are your 2 digits. You just write them down plain like that. Now the third band is called the multiplier band, and this is what value you have to multiply that number by. So since this one is orange, let's go ahead and see what we have to multiply it by. So anytime we have an orange, we have to multiply the number we found by 1,000. So 10 times 1,000 is 10,000. So that is how many ohms that this resistor resists right here, 10,000 ohms. Now you're saying, alright, I figured out what the first 3 mean, how to figure out the resistance. What about that 4th one right there? The 4th band is always the tolerance. Now, in case you guys forgot from last tutorial, tolerance is pretty much the margin of error. And since this was a gold band, right there, gold, let's go and find what tolerance means. So tolerance, if we look at gold right here, it means 5% right there. So we have a 10,000 ohm resistor that has a 5% tolerance, and that's how you can determine the tolerance value of resistors just by looking at them. And again, they did this by making bands instead of printing really small numbers, because small numbers are hard to see and bands are a little easier. So let's move on to one more resistor and make sure you guys got this down pat. We have another resistor here that has orange, let me get a pointer, orange, orange, brown, and gold. Now we already know that this gold one at the end means 5% tolerance, so we're just concentrating on what value of ohms this resistor resists. So orange, orange, and brown. Don't forget it. We're going to need to remember that. So let me see if I can get rid of this. There we go, all gone. So actually, now I forgot it. Orange, orange, brown. Alright. So let's get our trusty painter out. Where are you? There we go. So the first one band is orange. So we know that orange equals 3 right here. 3. Our second band was also orange, as you can see, orange, orange. So that means write a 3 again. 3. Next, we got to figure out what to multiply 33 by. So we look at our third band, which is brown. And if we look on our chart, brown, it says multiply this by 10. So 33 times 10 is 330. So that's how many ohms your resistor resists. So this is a 330 ohm resistor with a 5% tolerance. So that is pretty much how you use the bands to find the ohms or resistance of your resistor. And again, the first two numbers, use this. The third band, or excuse me, the first two bands, write the numbers down here. The third band, multiply by that number here. And the fourth band is the tolerance here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is your quick tutorial on how to use the bands of colors to find how many ohms your resistor resists. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, there's all these graphs on the internet. Just Google in like resistor graphs or resistor charts and this will pop up. So again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to check out my next tutorial. And again, thank you, and I will see you next time.